What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode number 7 of Track Talkers. And guess what? The championship's over. Hand the trophy to Jet, baby.
It's not over until it's over, bro. This is freaking Supercross. Are you kidding me? He could get fucked up this week was the sketchiest part.
Bro, if I'm him, I'm not even riding this week. Right? Would you?
I mean, at this point, he's still got work to do, bro. He's in the 450 class. I mean, as much as he has this championship wrapped up, he still has work to do, and this is why Supercross and motocross and being a dirt bike racer is so gnarly, bro. As he's testing fucking outdoor suspension this week and getting ready for fucking Fox Raceway.
Dude, I know this sounds crazy, but I was talking to Clark Jones, and back in the day when he was racing Supercross, he was teammates with a couple of guys who were like winning the championship, and he had a couple guys like that he knew that were winning the championship back in the day.
Yeah.
He said if they were winning the championship, they did not ride at all that week to make sure they didn't get hurt.
Damn.
Because, dude, think about okay, so, we're outdoor testing and Honda breaks Jet off.
I know. Rough.
Dude, I'm saying the best idea is to just shut it down.
Yeah, but I mean, not happening though. I guarantee it.
I'd be willing to put $1 million on it too.
Oh my God! Here's your $1 million bets.
Hand Jet the trophy. It's over. Okay, let's start it out, Ty. 250s. Read off heat number 1.
Well, luckily we have a tied championship in the 250s after this weekend.
Let's go.
So we have something to look forward to in Salt Lake City. But 250 heat 1, Joe Shimoda with the freaking hole shot.
Dude,
finally
sick.
Getting the Hondas dialed at elevation.
Here, is it even right to say better late than never? Or is it's just too late?
I would say if you're in Joe's corner, you got to say better late than never. But if you're not in Joe's corner, it's like, bro, we know this song and dance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've seen it. We got to move on. But then Talon Hawkins running second, qualified really well this weekend. He was ripping. I put him on my fantasy team. And then Jordan Smith washes the front end, put a little too much trust in the beginning of the laps, just hit a little slick spot or something right after the finish. And then
was it before or after? Was it before the finish?
Two corners after the finish line. He jumps he doubles the 353 and then doubles into the corner on that little weird roller. And then Levi Kitchen passes Talon Hawkins for second and Joe wins. Very uneventful heat 1.
Okay. 250 heat number 2. Ryder D gets a big hole shot.
Dude,
you know
ripped one.
You know what I see that these kids are kind of implementing that I really think works? Is that they get out of the gate and then they stand up hunch. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a new style thing. Like, you're literally 5 feet out of the gate and they stand up.
Yeah, but Ryder D's been doing that ever
since.
For a
while.
Yes, for a while.
Okay, Ryder D rips a big hole shot. Ryder D gets past 2 laps in a row in the same exact spot by Nate Thrasher, then RJ Hampshire. And then Ryder D goes inside after the SX triple, then goes wide on the following corner, gets passed in the same spot again by Juju.
Dude, what the hell is Ryder D thinking?
Okay, we're going to talk about that, but Nate Thrasher gets the win with RJ close right behind, and Varese hits Bennick like a man. And then
we're not talking about Dax and Bennick. We're talking about
Julian Bennick.
Julia Bennick, number 500. I believe he's from Canada.
Yep, on a Cowie.
Yeah, on a Cowie.
And Bennick tries to hit Varese and love taps him.
Like nudges him.
Yeah, bro, Varese just blew your goggle strap off.
Mm-hmm.
And then you think he's gonna take a love tap and let you go by?
If I was Bennick, and he definitely is cooking himself in the ass right now, because he should have took Varese all the way to the goddamn hay bales.
Oh yeah, over the top.
Yeah,
especially
even on the like that flat corner after the whoops on how wide that corner is. You need to take that guy all the way to those hay bales.
Yeah.
So you have the inside line and you can putt around the inside. And if he tries to go wide, you just put your bike in the way. Because what ended up happening to Bennick later down in the night is he goes into a first turn pileup in the LCQ.
And boom.
Boom. Done for the night. Doesn't make the extra cash. Doesn't make it to the main event.
Doesn't get any points to get into SMX.
And even on top of it, now you're fucked because you're going into a showdown next weekend with East and West. So you're not making that main event.
Yep.
Damn. Bennick. We got to be better next year.
You got to be, you know what you got to do?
Oh.
You got to be beefy, bro. Speaking of beefy, get your 722R jerky at rjerky.com. Make sure you get my flavor.
Shameless plug right there.
Hey, shameless. You got to be beefy, Bennick. Come on, dude. Beef up. Eat some jerky. Let's go, rjerky.com. Okay, moving on. 250 LCQ. Dude.
Bro, why couldn't I have an LCQ like that?
I don't know, bro. Why couldn't I have? Because it doesn't happen in the 450s. Because everybody's not, I don't want to say an idiot, but an idiot. You know what I mean? Like,
you have to have a nice mixture.
But I will say this. The track crew just decided to fucking throw dirt on top of the hard packed.
I mean, what else are you supposed to do?
Because it's the reverse way of the whoops, right? So, like, the whoops come in and then you make a U-turn. Mm-hmm. So that thing's just fucked on the inside.
Yep.
Right? And then they just throw dirt on top of it. Mm-hmm. Like, you're telling me, I mean, I know they only have a certain amount of time, but we could have ripped it just a little bit.
I mean, they did. I mean, hopefully Dirtworks listens to this because they do have that sick-ass attachment they always plug on their Instagram on the rototiller.
Right.
And that tool should have been used on the first corner. You know, just to chop up that hard pack right in the inside. Because you could we could argue about did Chase hit that hard pack spot?
Oh,
and
he
crash?
Hit it. He hit it for sure.
There was a couple times there was the same spot that a couple people claimed.
Yes.
Right there on this same exact spot.
But I will say this. This is my only problem. Okay, so they only have a certain amount of skid steers. And I'm sure the guy that's designated to the start area, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a dozer guy, but either way, they probably...
The start guy is always a dozer guy. So you're just blading it and then covering it.
Yeah, so... But the big thing is, like, even if you did put the skid steer with the attachment... Right? Mm-hmm. The attachment takes the bucket, right?
No.
Or is it part of the bucket?
It's part of the bucket. The rototiller, so
it goes on the back corner of the bucket.
It's the back corner of the bucket, so you can. It's a thumb hydraulic, so you can push the hydraulic forward, and it turns that little rototiller. I mean, I don't even know what you call it. I think it's like a rototiller.
Corey Alex.
Or, I mean, you could just, you can even make it simpler than that and do a couple donuts on the dozer in that spot and then flatten it out.
I'm sure they did donuts. I bet you the dirt was just hard as...
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay, 250 LCQ. Pretty much the only thing to talk about is the 20 guys that went down on the first turn.
Well,
right?
And Max Sanford just getting the freaking whole shot and just having the race of his life, dude.
I love how you know what I love the most though? I love Lee Diffie going like, and Max Sanford so far out in front, he's got a 2-second gap. Because the guy behind him was actually pretty close, and he thought like everybody went down in the first corner, but they really did.
Dude, I get so annoyed with Lee Diffie and Ricky Carmichael in the LCQ because you can clearly tell they don't know 2 shits about anybody in the LCQ.
Yeah, like 1,000%, they don't know or give a fuck about any of those guys. Because. Okay,
they're not talking to them during track walk. They're not seeking them out whatsoever. And they're just like, analyzing the track, talking about the main event. Like,
you know what, though? Like, okay, so my big thing about that, I always like to look at things from both sides, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I like to look at things from Dirtworks side, and I like to look at it from the rider side. So I like to put up all defenses for the riders.
We were just talking about Lee Diffie and Ricky Carmichael.
But I'm trying to make a metaphor here. So I put up all my defense for the riders, or I'm trying to make a comment, whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to make.
Yeah, you're not even.
But you know what I'm trying to
right
say. So I try to defend Dirtworks. I try to defend the riders. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to defend Lee Diffie and Ricky, and then we'll defend the guys in the LCQ. One, it really seems like they don't give a fuck about any of the guys in the LCQ or the privateers or getting to know them or talking about in depth anything about it. But in Lee Diffie and Ricky Carmichael's defense, I will say it's meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting with the production crew about the main stories that need to be talked about the entire time.
Yes.
So they're so jam-packed full of what's going on with the Kawasaki thing, what's going on with Dunlop Tires feature this week, what's going on with Levi Kitchen, what's going on with RJ
I'm not
Hampshire.
talking.
So it's
I'm
like
not putting a lot of pressure on Lee Diffie to know the privateer guys, because I think Lee Diffie actually knows more about the privateer guys than Ricky Carmichael, because he's a professional. But Ricky Carmichael is there week in, week out, regardless of what he's doing, and this is his sole job.
yeah.
I mean, just talk to a few guys.
It's not even talk to a few guys, bro. Know every single person that makes the night show. Just know their name and their number.
Yeah.
You can tell that sometimes those guys literally have to look at the fucking paper,
Bro,
or
did you
get communicated.
Because we're going to move on to the fucking 450 LCQ now. Because
no, we're not. We're 450 LCQs later.
Well,
Just
no,
talk
this is
about
my
it for a
fucking
second.
point, though. I forget.
Jerry Robin?
Yes.
Bro, wild. It's wild that I knew exactly what you were talking about.
I'm like, bro, that's not Jerry Robin.
No, it was Jerry Robin.
Oh, it was Jerry Robin, but he called him something completely different. I'm like,
Yes.
bro, that's not Jerry. I mean,
and
that's
then
Jerry Robin.
another fuck up they did was Colt Nichols had clearly passed John Short, but they didn't know what John Short looked like. So they didn't know that was him in front of them. And Ricky and Lee were both like, oh, he didn't make the pass for the transfer spot. And then they go up to the man, and then Lee and Ricky are like, oh, yeah, actually he did. I'm like, bro, like, dude, John Short was factory beta. He's been making mains. Like, you should know who John Short is. This is not his first time around the block.
Well, I mean, and too, John Short's 199.
Yeah.
And Colt Nichols is 45. It looks a little different.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, though the Jerry Robin thing, not knowing who that was pretty wild to me, especially since he's number 70.
Yeah. On a Yamaha.
And, like, you know what's fucked up? I've been doing this shit for so long, and I've been in it so fucking good, like, and just been in it.
Have you been in it?
Yes, I've been in it. But, dude, you could take their fucking numbers off their bikes, and I would know who the fuck it was.
100%. But that's us. We're in that part of the pack.
Yeah, but, dude, I could tell you could put every guy in the 450 class out of 40 guys that make the night show, and I'll bet you they could ride any bike, and I could tell you who they were without their number on their bike. Tell me I'm wrong. I'll bet you I missed one or two.
I would say you're wrong just because I want you to be wrong.
Yeah, but you know I'm right.
Well, I could do it too.
That's what I mean. So could you. Ricky and fucking Lee couldn't.
No.
Jason Wygant might be able to, though.
Jason Wygant might.
Go. Okay, 250 main event.
250 main event. Juju with a massive jump.
Dude, what is up with these 250 guys? Like, if that's Ken Roxon, no way is he blowing that start like that.
Bro, testosterone.
Something.
Bro, experience, for sure.
Yep.
And then Joe Shimoda
Up
with
the
the
inside,
whole shot.
baby. Control that shit.
Hey, 2 for 2 on the starts on the night. Let's go.
Honda's got something over there.
And then RJ just getting sketchy in the first, like, long rhythm where they were doing that, doing roll, the 5 on
I wasn't
triple.
like, I wasn't sure, was it the whoop section or was it that rhythm section?
I don't know if he was just trying to turn it into a dragon's back or what.
Dude, he did. He turned it into a dragon back. Yacht, dot, dot.
Oh, I know.
Dot, done.
Hey,
just
do you
faced
think,
it.
Do you think fucking Nate Thrasher has like a beef with RJ?
Oh, 1,000%. What do you mean, bro? There was some underlying issue. There is no way.
Hey,
There's no or Thrasher and Levi are BFFs.
Yeah,
back in the day from Star.
Something. Because
Dude,
Nate Thrasher went in so hard on RJ Hampshire. Like, I'm surprised RJ's knuckle isn't broken right now.
It could be.
Because I could totally tell. I'm like, bro, I've been in that scenario where I like got clipped or you clip somebody. And, dude, RJ was stunned like for a whole lap just trying to figure out if something was actually broken or not.
Not only that, but he was stunned and he was trying to get away with all his might.
Yeah, he was like, God damn, this guy's out for a fucking kill.
There is something. If you guys know in the comments, tell us what the beef is with Nate Thrasher and RJ, because there is no way that there's no beef.
Yeah, no. I mean, unless Nate Thrasher thought he saw an opening, I mean, I didn't see it. I felt like he was pretty far back to make that pass, but god damn, he was pushing.
Okay, so finish off the race.
Levi Kitchen starts catching Joe, and RJ starts catching Levi kind of on the last like 5 minutes of the main event. Everything in the middle kind of everything settled in. Yeah. Very like mellow.
And then Levi and RJ caught Joe.
Yep, and Levi and RJ caught Joe, but I think that kind of has to just do with, you know, Joe being out front for so long, catching some lappers, and then, you know, just trying to bring it home.
So what are the results?
Joe wins, Levi second, RJ third, Nate Thrasher fourth, Jordan Smith fifth, and then Phil Nicoletti with the sixth place, and then our boy sixth place.
Okay.
And then Lux Turner, our boy, in 12th.
Nice. So what's the championship points right now?
Levi and RJ are tied at 186, and then Jordan Smith is 21 points back, and then Joe Shimoda is 23 points back. So we got a battle for first and second, and we got a battle for third and fourth in the championship. And that shit matters, guys. There's a big difference on bonus money between third in the championship and fourth in the championship.
Oh, yeah. Big, big, big time. Mm-hmm. And payday from AMA.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about the 250 main event a little bit. So altitude for the 250s, they talked about how Honda kind of redid their whole bike, right? Electronically. So like when we would go.
So break that down for the viewers.
That's what I'm
like. What could they break down?
So the big thing electronically that they can do, there's really only one big thing, right, is the ignition. What else are you thinking? Are you thinking something else? Why are you being so sarcastic?
Bro, they could do their start map.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. So just the ignition.
They could do the amount of fuel they're putting out.
Yeah, but that's the ignition, right?
I mean, they could do a lot of things, though.
Yeah, but, okay, so now we're talking what can they do inside the ignition?
I mean, what do you want to change? Do you want to change the engine braking? Do you want to change the acceleration? Like how much fucking juice you want to add in the motor?
So what Ty's trying to say is you can literally, with the ignition, with that little ignition box on your dirt bike, they have a Honda specific one where they can do absolutely everything. Like where you get one off the shelf, you ain't doing shit. Even with Vortex, you can't really do shit unless you send it to like Twisted, XPR, something like that, right? So, and then you can change a couple clicks on the Vortex one, and then there's a Git one that you can use. But Honda uses a full factory one. So they can change. Like
don't they use a Git one?
I'll bet not on. They might have to on Joe's bike, but they don't on Jet and Hunter's because it can be factory.
Got it.
So they might on Joe's bike. But the point is, like, the main thing is, the big deal is there's way less horsepower at high altitude.
Yeah,
because there's less
for
air.
Numbers, Denver elevation was at 5,280 feet. So that was pretty high.
So that's really high. And it is hard to breathe, and it's hard for your bike to breathe. And the way that a motor makes power, right, is the fuel and air ratio. Well, if there's not a lot of air, then you can't make as big of a boom. So you can't make as much horsepower. There is a way to oxygenate your fuel, but I don't think that's legal in AMA Supercross. So what they pretty much have to do is they have to lean the bikes out, right? Less fuel because there's less air, because you can't just plug a whole bunch of fuel inside the motor, then you're bogging it down and it's not getting the right combustion.
Yeah.
So what they're trying to do essentially is lean the bike out. Well, when you give it less gas and less air, boom. Now you've made less power, no matter what.
So you got to make it up somewhere.
So somewhere you got to make it up. You got to pump the engine up. You could do some different type of high compression piston. But here's the deal. What they're going to want to do is they want to make the engine light, because when you're in altitude, the engine's going to feel really fucking heavy. The bike goes like this. So what you do is you can like lighten up the piston. So you do a less high compression piston so the stack's not as big on the piston, and you make it lighter, and then you cut the cylinder down. And then
I don't think they're doing any of that.
I'll bet you they're doing something like that. Cutting
to the
cylinder.
Motor?
Yep, to the motor.
You're telling me they're changing the motor package.
We did. Just for fucking Denver. And then the other thing we did too was put a lighter flywheel on it so the bike could get revved up quicker.
Well, yeah, I ran a lighter flywheel, across the board.
So there.
Did you ever change your gearing?
Yep. Changed the gearing. I think we went
up two
teeth.
Yeah, up 2 teeth.
2 teeth up.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes 1, sometimes 2, depending on how the bike reacted to the map change, and then the lighter flywheel, and then the little bit lighter engine package, yada, yada, yada. So the point I'm trying to make, whatever the fuck Honda did, their bike was better this weekend than everybody else's.
Yes.
Period.
You could tell, because they got the whole shot in the 250 and the 450, and they were dialed in.
And like, this is my opinion, okay? Horsepower matters 30% on the 450, and I would say horsepower matters 60 to 70% on a 250.
You think that much on a 250?
Dude, I think so.
All right.
Or what? Okay, so what's your percentage that matters? What's talent to horsepower to fast bike?
I would say
rider talent.
I would say 450. You nailed it right on the head. Is like 30%
power.
450.
Yep, power.
Because,
and we're not
you
even
can have too much.
Yes,
and it works in a negative way.
So let me clarify that. So let's usable power.
Yeah.
So not just balls out power. How they have the power shaped is 30% important on a 450.
Yeah. I would say absolutely.
And so that's 70%, 70-30.
Yeah.
Right? So what are you saying the ratio percentage talent to motor package is in importance, rider motor package?
Are we talking like overall?
Nope. Just if you had to put talent and motor package out of 100%, what are you relying on talent and motor package at Denver?
You weren't even listening to my question because you were
at
talking.
Denver.
You were talking over me.
I heard you.
No, you didn't. I was going to say.
At this race?
No. I said overall, meaning are we taking the start out of it? Are we talking moto? Are we talking.
No, just overall everything.
I would say 50-50 on the 250.
So
50-50 on the 250.
Okay, so there you go. Either way, I was 60, Ty was 50, right? So that's a 20 to 30% difference of you can make up talent with motor on the 250. If you have a good motor, it will give you 20% better chances than it does on the 450. Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay.
But every bike seems to be really fucking close now.
They are.
I mean, Star had the upper hand for a while.
They did. But now, Honda, this weekend in Denver, whatever they did for the altitude, Joe Shimoda got out front, rode out front, and it finally looked like end of season Joe. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like, what do you do now if you're Joe?
Bro, you got to fucking carry that momentum into the outdoors.
Yeah.
He can't start from ground one at outdoors again.
Fuck, dude. Imagine if he just goes back to, like,
10th.
That's what I mean. And it's so good because, to me, Joe Shimoda's all confidence. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So now
and
got
it's
him
a slow, like, building block process with Joe.
Yes. And so now Joe has gotten confidence on the West Coast. And now you got to throw all the 250s in who he doesn't really know, which he did do good at the shootout. So that's really good for his confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But now you got to throw the East Coast guys in there too on outdoor.
I don't think. I mean, we'll see what this round holds in Salt Lake City and how it kind of, how it plays out. But, like, dude, like, what I don't get, I mean, I can kind of get a little bit because it was a different bike. On Super Motocross last year, like on the Cowie, he was beating everybody in Super Motocross. Like, that's east-west in everybody.
Yeah, on the Cowie.
Yeah, on the Cowie. So, like, going into the shootout, he just needs to, not overplay it in his mind and just go and execute to the best of his ability and then just bring that same belonging to outdoors in the first round.
I know. And dude, and we talk about it like it's so fucking easy too.
I know. But it's fucking hard, but it makes his life so much like if Joe has a fucking good round at Fox Raceway, it's going to be huge.
It's on. Championship.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say championship, but it's definitely a big step in the right direction.
Yeah, he'll be top 3 if he wins. He'll wins a moto at Fox.
Yeah, or even top 5.
Yeah,
if he can be in the top 5 and not, and like, I'm saying top 5 like 1 to 5. Like he needs to be battling 1 to 5th. He can't be battling 5 to 8 because that's a big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Okay, Levi Kitchens boot. Bro, and you know what's funny too is they're so over analyzing it. Like, bro, something clearly happened in the first turn and blew his fucking boot buckles off.
I know, but it was a little sketchy on the slow-mo on like the 2 buckles that were unclipped. Like, luckily, like the toe and the ankle were still clipped, but
it was sketchy
because bro, it's a son of a bitch when you get a rock in there and then you go land a triple or a rhythm section and you got that fucker in there, dude. It's like a goddamn tack sticking in your foot and you literally can't do anything about it unless to just move around your toes and just move that rock in the right spot.
Yeah,
for it to finish it.
Yeah, in between a crack in your toes.
Yeah.
Like, that is one of the most annoying things.
And it happens more often than you think.
Not those top 2 though. The rock in the bottom of the boot,
rock in the bottom of the boot,
but not the 2 belt boot buckles. That was pretty wild, dude. Like his leg was showing, his ankle.
Bro,
was
I was like,
showing.
dude, Levi Kitchen next week. I wouldn't even blame it if he did duct tape the top of his boot.
Yeah, just throw one wrapper or
just
2 wrapper around the top.
White duct tape and just wrap it real quick.
Dude, the championship's on the line, bro. I got to duct tape my top boot.
I'm not going to fucking be worried about my boot unclipping.
Oh.
The fuck?
Dude, that's so funny.
This is what I want to talk to you about because I haven't seen you all weekend. What do you think about this bullshit about Levi like all healthy now after 2 weeks?
Pretty wild, dude.
Dude, that's a load of shit. There's no way. I've personally fucked up some cartilage in my ribs.
Yeah.
And
they did say on the broadcast that he did not have broken ribs and they were just bruised.
I know, but remember when I overshot that triple in Anaheim?
Dude, I know fucking broken ribs.
I know, but I didn't break my ribs in that crash. I like tore some cartilage off my ribs. And bro, it was tough for like 2 or 3 months, and it didn't really go away until like the 6-month mark.
Dude, ribs are the worst.
Dude, you forget like how much you use your core and you rib cage when you twist or cough or get up out of bed or fucking hit a whoop section. But like I'm glad he had the 2 weeks off to like kind of heal a little bit.
Yeah, like get better.
But if he has like a weird if he has a weird crash in Salt Lake and he disrupts that area again, like it's gonna be painful.
Kind of like Webb with his thumb.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna get there, but shit, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it definitely. There's no way it's as bad as he made it seem.
I think he's just covering it up and just toughening it out.
You think?
Yeah. There's no way he's fucking 100% after 2 weeks.
No. 0% chance. Unless he's not as fucked up as he kind of made it out to be. But he did go to the hospital, and usually dirt bike riders don't go to the hospital.
Well, the reason why he went to the hospital is he was coughing up blood and was making sure that he didn't have a punctured lung.
Oh, fuck. I love it, dude.
What?
I wouldn't have gone, but like I was coughing up blood, so I was like, yeah, I probably should go.
Should better get checked out.
Better get checked out.
Remember when you almost died in Las Vegas hospital? I mean, Las Vegas hotel?
That was so fucked.
Tell him.
So.
That was a fucked up night.
Dude, it was. So Ty in the heat race breaks his tib and fib in half.
No, it was a semi. I was
semi.
Fucking in fifth. And
yep.
I mean, Davey Millsaps was behind me kind of like a ways back. I thought I like could fucking make it happen.
You could have.
Yeah, because
if you would have just stayed up.
If I stayed up, but I went for this rhythm section. I ended up casing the top of this rhythm section. Long story short, my heel hit the top of the fucking single. I broke my tib and fib right on the spot. Dirtworks ended up fucking watering me with the water truck. It was a fucked up thing, and
they watered you with the water truck.
On accident. I talked to him about it to this day. Even it was fucked up.
Oh
but
my God.
Well, that happened in the semi, so that was the beginning of the night. Addy ends up making the main event, makes it all the way
to the very last lap. Of the very last race of the night of the championship of the year. I fucking tuck front in the whoops and Jake Weimer plows me and fucking snaps my fucking ribs off. Did I get up and finish? I think I did.
I don't know. I wasn't there, bro.
I think I did. Oh yeah, you were in the hospital. So I go back to the medical unit. It was Asterisk back then.
Yeah.
I get checked out. They're like, oh, yeah, you got a couple broken ribs. I don't think you got a collapsed lung. Cool. I'm like, fuck, dude, I feel fucked up. But all right, cool. Let's go. And then so I go back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm walking up. I'm getting up the...
We're in the same hotel, but like different floors.
Yeah. We're in the same hotel, different floors. We get up the elevator, and my room is like way down the hall. So I walk all the way the fuck down the hall, and I start feeling real woozy, right? And I'm like, bro, I don't feel good. I don't know, something ain't right. Something ain't right. And then I'm like, all right, give me like 5 minutes, and then if I don't feel any better, let's go to the hospital. And then so I'm 5 minutes, and all of a sudden I start getting really blurry vision, and I can't even tell. I'm not thinking straight because I got no oxygen. And so I'm like, I don't know. I feel about the same. Give me another 5 minutes. Well, I say 5 minutes about 10 times. And then I'm like this close to death. And I'm like woozing out, like about to pass out. I'm blood white, like fully, not blood white, but like bleached white up in the hotel room, laying on the bed with my gear half on still, because I couldn't even get undressed at the track.
Luckily, our sister was there.
Yeah, luckily our sister was there, and my wife, my future wife, was there. And freaking, were you there? No, you weren't there.
Yeah, I was 2 stories down.
Yeah, you were 2 stories down. And so
chilling.
I'm like, all of a sudden, I don't know why, but I'm like, oh man, this is really, something's really not good. I'm like, babe, Sierra. Babe is Ash, which is my wife. And then I was like, hey, Sierra, you two, call the ambulance, call 911, and get them here right now. Something's wrong. And so they called the ambulance, and they were like nonchalantly coming in the room, You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I still got my gear on. And they're like, what happened to you? I'm like, I was at the Supercross and I crashed and they said I was fine, but something doesn't feel right. But I was like slurring my words and shit, like not talking correctly. Mm-hmm. And the guy was like super like casual, like thinking nothing was wrong. And I think the guy put the thing on my finger and he like looked at it and his eyes got all big and he's like, we need to get this guy out of here ASAP. And then they put oxygen on me. They started fucking doing all this fucking crazy shit. They're like, hey, get this guy. We need him ASAP. His oxygen's he's about to fucking die. I get in there. They fucking rip my jersey off. Cut it off, scrub my chest. I had a huge tire mark, and the lady just fucking rips me open and sticks a chest tube in my fucking chest, like, immediately at the hospital. So, if it wasn't for modern medicine, 7 Deuce Deuce would not be here doing track talkers.
I wouldn't take it that far.
Bro, if you didn't have oxygen and a way to knowingly cut that stuff off. Bro, you can hold your breath
for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Bro, I had already been holding my breath for too long, dude. Oh, fucking Supercross, bro. This shit is fucking insane, dude.
I know. I was only like I had a broken tib fib, and there's no fucking way I was having surgery in Vegas. So I was like, nope, I'm going to go to Dr. Dunbar. I'm going to call him on my way out.
Yep.
Have surgery fucking on Monday or Tuesday. Get this shit fixed.
Ty's like, finally dialed. Oh, meanwhile, brother's about dead. In Las Vegas hospital with all the crackheads. I
remember it was like fucking 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was trying to find like a Walgreens that was 24 hours, and we were just in the ghetto. And I remember we had to call like the doctor for a referral, and
just to get some painkillers.
Yeah, it was just a pain in the fucking ass,
bro. I just remember like they rushed me in. I'll never forget, bro. They rushed me in, right? Mm-hmm. And I get in, and there's like 6 nurses around me, like trying to get this freaking chest tube in me ASAP. And they I had this huge scar, and they're like literally cutting me open. Bro, I'm not even kidding you. I don't even really feel it because there was this fucking lady next to me that was freaking out, dude. I don't know if she got shot. I don't know if she was coming off drugs, but she was flailing her arms, and she had people holding, like, doctors and nurses holding her down, and she's like, like freaking out in the Las Vegas hospital, right? And they don't even have rooms, bro. I was just like in a tent thing. I'm like, well, if I don't die from oxygen, I'm going to die from some kind of virus or some infection, because this lady right here next to me, she's going psycho. She's like, it's the apocalypse. I got a zombie right next to me, and I'm about to die too.
And he's like, I'm in the fucking movie I Am Legend.
Yeah, straight up, bro. Like, I hope I'm the only one that can survive through this zombie apocalypse, because the first zombie is right next to me, bro. That's all I could think about. And the lady's just cutting me open, chest tube, and they didn't even do any anesthetic or nothing, bro.
Bullshit.
Dude, the cut didn't even, it's not that big of a cut.
They just put the iodine on it just to numb it a little bit, and then you're good.
Maybe that's what they did, but because my whole side was raw skin. Mm-hmm. Like where they had to put it in, like my whole side was a tire mark. So they just scrubbed all the dirt and scab off so I didn't get an infection.
That must have felt
Oh, yeah, it was
sick.
Amazing. And then they just, and I was like, oh, that's nice.
All right, moving on to 450.
Let's do it. Oh, that's right. I don't even. How fucking funny was was she Japanese or Chinese in the press conference with Joe Shimoda? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I think she was Japanese.
Bro, she had to be, right?
I mean, I don't think she was trying to talk Japanese. I think it was English. It was just I don't know if it was a Zoom call or it was not clear.
Dude, whatever it was, the best part was Levi Kitchen and RJ Hampshire dying laughing, because the guy from Japan couldn't understand the Japanese lady. And then I think the cake topper was Dan Hubbard having to translate pretty much what she said to Joe Shimoda.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, check out the press conference
for the 250s.
Yeah, for the 250s. But it's a Supercross press conference. The 250s are like the back half of it. And Joe gets asked this question from this nice Japanese lady.
She is. She's really nice.
We don't know her name, but she was nice. And
you could clearly tell she was trying to ask an in-depth question.
Yes.
But she did not know enough English to translate it.
Yes, exactly. So it was a little like just blended together.
Yes.
And Levi Kitchen and RJ couldn't hold it together because Joe couldn't hold it together either.
No, because Joe, they were laughing because they looked at Joe and Joe's like, what the fuck are you saying? I can't understand you. Like, and they're like, bro, you're supposed to know this. And RJ and Levi are just dying because it's like, bro, you're Japanese, bro. Like, come on.
That's like asking someone to understand Spanglish.
What do you mean?
Like Spanish English?
Yeah, but dude, if you're from Mexico, you want to, I mean, I guess they don't talk Spanish, but they talk, like if you're from Mexico and you're originally from Mexico and you speak Mexico Spanish, right? And you come over here and you still have that Mexican accent, you should be able to translate English Mexican a little bit better. Am I wrong?
Bro, Joe's been over here since he was like 7.
I know, but dog, that's your heritage, bro.
I mean, yes, I get
There's a reason why that lady specifically asked Joe.
I mean, yes. I mean,
Okay,
I feel
450.
like I feel like a little bit more kudos to her if she just asked in full Japanese and then Joe didn't know Japanese and
that would have been the move.
That would have been the move.
That would have been the move.
On Joe and be like, I don't even know Japanese, so I couldn't even
exactly.
drop anything.
Go 450.
Heat 1, Hunter Lawrence with the whole shot. Another Honda out front.
Big bro gang.
Hey,
bro gang.
God, little bro's just whooping his ass. Cooper Webb makes a sweet inside pass quick, and then Cooper Webb with the bad thumb kind of fades a little bit, settles in. So I think starts feeling a little bit of pain on mid-heat race. And then Malcolm Stewart running third. He's starting to look like Malcolm Stewart again. You know?
That took long enough.
Qualified second, best of the season. But also I feel like
so harsh on people.
I feel like people forget that Malcolm, dude, he had a major injury last year. Major.
What was that?
Remember him? Because he was ripping, and it was that soft freaking race on, I think, Anaheim 2, and he totally wads up and just destroys his knee. You remember where his bike got caught? And
that was last year?
Yeah.
And he's been out that long?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure?
Yes. And then, Ferrandis goes down, doesn't qualify for the straight to the main event.
Tangled up,
and then Webb wins. And then also they show a slow-mo clip of Webb folding his thumb in practice, landing on the heel of his hand to kind of
take it off his thumb.
Yeah,
like
take the pressure off.
I've actually had to do that a couple times.
Yeah, when I broke my navicular and I was still riding with it, I just remember I had to fucking just squeeze a little bit harder with my hand. Or my legs and my hand.
450 Heat 2, Vince Freeze lines up right next to the box and lines up far back from the gate. Vince Freeze first to the corner, Jet sprints to the lead. Honda changes, we talked about that. Honda changes everything electronic. Vince holds up Sexton, Anderson, and Barsha.
I mean,
finally not holding up a Honda teammate.
Right? I mean, love or hate Vince, bro, that motherfucker can start.
I know.
I mean, if I was Chase Sexton or anybody looking to try to get some start pointers, I would just have someone film Vince Freeze on the gate and see what he does and then try to mimic that.
Dude,
Because
true, straight up.
You know, because he, more often than not, he's
in the
up front.
Yeah, he's in the front.
Like,
and another thing, dude, his whole shot device is like lower than anybody's.
Way lower. And then he starts way back on the grate.
No, okay, so you have to watch this. So I actually learned that trick as well. So it was either slippery in front of the gate, like really hard packed slick, or it had a really fucked up rut. So what happens is if you line up back, you'll see Kenny do it too. He knows about this shit too. But if you line up a little farther back, it will get you a few miles per hour to get over the initial slippage of the rut and get you a better drive out of the gate. Now, the hard part is you have to have a really good reaction time because you're farther back.
Yeah, you're starting basically 3 or 4 inches back from everybody.
Yes, but the theory of it is, and it does work on especially slippery surfaces, is you have just a half a mile an hour more to get through and get out faster. Well, it makes sense
because you're extending your launch pad.
Yes.
And your launch pad is your grate. So you're extending your grate by 5 or 6 inches. Yes, you're losing overall, overall space on your competition. You're losing that 5 or 6 inches, but you're gaining 5 or 6 of optimal traction.
Yes, but so you have to kind of be a Vince Freeze, though, that knows that, hey, I'm going to hammer down. Even if I don't have that bar, I'm still going to go for it because I know I'm going to make it up in the long run. But what I guess the point I was trying to make was Vince Freeze will line up to the gate sometimes, and he'll line up back, and he'll actually do it accordingly. If you watch Vince, you'll see him line up back far, where his tire's touching the little V on the back, and then he'll line up right on the gate depending on the rut in front of the gate and the dirt.
Well, I mean, he had something dialed because he was up front in the heat race and the main event, both starts. So look at that coming up this next final round in
especially because it's going to be slicker than Al's shit at Salt Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 450 main event.
Bro. Hunter gets the whole shot. Chase tucks the front in the first corner, bro.
Bro, we haven't seen Chase tuck front all year, right? He hasn't done it one time.
No. I felt like he did.
Dude, I think he's maybe done it once, and it was like at the last round or something.
I thought he crashed in... I thought he... Maybe I'm getting years mixed up, but I thought he washed the front end at Detroit.
No. Definitely not.
Tomac, third place, at 17 minutes, tucks the front.
Yeah,
so
17 minutes left, so not far into the thing. Like 3 or 4 laps in.
Yeah.
Tucks front in Denver.
I feel like Tomac was kind of weird all day.
Dude, he's been weird all season.
No, but I felt like he was, because he crashed twice in practice.
Oh, that's right.
Because he crashed once coming into that corner, and then he, well, he didn't crash, but he fucking had that major mess up where he had to check up and
he cased the shit out of that jump.
Yeah.
And then the one in the corner where he just like let the bike ride off. That was
supposedly
really weird.
Tweaked his thumb a little bit on that one. And then Chase Sexton, 5 minutes ago, tucks front end again right after he passes Cooper Webb. Bro, that's kind of like the wrong spot to crash. You just
he gets run over too. Did you see his leg?
Yeah, you just fucking put in all that work.
Yeah, to make a pass for 5th, and then bloop, womp.
And that's what I mean. That just goes to show like where I kind of give a lot more credit to Jet is Jet knows where to push it.
Yeah, but dude, okay, hold on. He's eaten shit a lot too this season.
Jet?
Yeah. And
not on his own.
Yes.
Maybe that one whoop crash. But other than that, it's all been self-inflicted with other riders.
Dude, what about the one in Seattle with Webb?
Yeah, he ran into the back of him.
I mean, dude, that's...
He mistimed.
To me, that's worse than what Sexton did.
No.
He just rammed Webb.
There is no fucking way that crashing by yourself is worse than mistiming somebody else in crashing and hitting him.
I don't know. Okay, keep going.
Anderson could not get close to the gap on Hunter. Hunter was ripping. He was throwing down some heaters, dude.
Dude, Hunter led the whole first half of the main event.
Yeah. Like, he was riding good.
Like,
really good. But you could tell, like, I don't know. I know that Jet was kind of, like, really comfortable behind Hunter because that's how they practice day in, day out, every single freaking week. So, very comfortable situation. But I felt like as soon as Jason even got, like, a tenth or a couple tenths closer to Jet was like,
nope.
Oh, fuck. Like,
gotta go.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Like he was like,
up.
yeah, he was kind of like, oh, let your brother go, let your brother go, let your brother go. Oh, wait, Jason's getting too close, gotta go. Bye.
And then I think it could have been the fucking pass of the century. Malcolm tries to do the bonsai pass,
dude,
around the outside on Justin Cooper.
Bonsai,
just trying to be a goddamn fucking hero.
Bullet pass, bro.
Dude, hero.
Bro, he committed so hard. Like, bro, the commitment to that turn.
If you guys watch Race Day Live, Malcolm Stewart's fastest lap Race Day Live got, and he hits that corner like that and makes it. And I'm like, holy shit, that was fast.
Yeah.
Like, faster than you've ever seen Jet hit a corner. Like, he just did it all in one corner. He just went full send, put his leg up, and just, let the brakes just
like it was
roll.
an F1 car or NASCAR on the freaking Daytona 500.
It looked like that corner was freaking asphalt.
Like, you put it in a slot and just said,
Hey, I like the confidence, though. Because if he can fucking lay it in there, I mean,
we got the bike's
sick.
working.
You know how good he would have felt if he
completed that pass.
Oh my god! And then Justin Cooper on how shitty he would feel if Malcolm Stewart completed that pass.
Dude, Justin must have been just like looking at him like, dude, that was gnarly.
Bro,
like he's at altitude, like blurry, like, oh my god, I don't got no oxygen in my brain. Whoa.
Hey,
that dude was going fast, bro.
Justin Cooper back at the truck been like, dog, did you see Malcolm
watch
go
this
around?
replay.
You see Malcolm go around the outside of me in this bull corner, bro?
Webb, Tomac, you guys watch this replay real quick.
Check this shit out.
Okay, finish it up.
On the last straightaway, Jet looks back to see where his brother at to make sure he doesn't get T-boned or to make sure where his brother's at.
Do you think that was a look back? Do you think that was a look back to see that Hunter was behind him and not Anderson? Do you think that was a look back to maybe I don't think it was a look back to let Hunter win, even though I would want to see it because he wants the extra points.
Hell yeah.
But I think
it was just a look back of confirmation of like, hell yeah, my brother's right there. Because, bro,
and make sure that it wasn't Anderson.
Yeah, but like on those bull corners, especially across the start straight, bro, who's coming the other way.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, he knew. And then I think the last biggest,
especially with Hunter right behind him.
Yeah. And the last thing I thought that happened in the main event that was just such a bummer. That just kind of sealed the deal for me, like hand Jet the trophy, is Coop holding his hand off the bar on the last lap.
Right?
It's over.
Yeah.
Like, he can't hang on, dude. Like, if Cooper Webb is showing weakness while racing.
You know what's so funny is I could see how pissed Cooper Webb was letting his hand down and, like, riding. Like, you could see his posture, I felt like, was so, like, pissed.
You could just see the pissed and defeat.
Yeah.
Just like, damn, I really lost this. This was it.
But I almost think, I mean, don't quote me on this, but what's going to end up happening is I think he's not going to do outdoors. He's going to fix his thumb. He's going to have surgery probably 1 or 2 weeks after the final round of Supercross, come back for Supercross and be ripping, and then he's going to feel like this one kind of slipped away, and
then come back next year.
Yeah, ripping.
I just
I can't believe we're already talking about next year. But
I know the problem is like Jet learned so much this year.
I know, but
next year he knows now he knows he can do it. Next year's gonna be hard to beat that kid.
No, I don't think so.
What?
Mm-mm.
You don't think it'll be hard to beat Jet next year?
No, I don't think so.
Why is that?
Because, bro, it's like NFL. Supercross is like NFL, bro. You have no idea what each season brings. Because Chase is going to be better. Cooper's going to be better. Like, they're going to elevate themselves. Like, you got to think, like, who's going to elevate? Because, I mean, Aaron Plessinger even got better this year. Ando got better this year.
Dude, does Chase get any better on that KTM?
I mean, he's going to have to.
Yeah, but can that bike even do it?
They're going to make it do it. Because KTM is not paying Chase
I'm not worried.
Second.
Bro, I ain't worried about Chase. I'm worried about that bike.
And then, two, also, you got to put new bikes in the mix. Because Honda is on track for a full new machine for 24. They've had this machine for the last 2.5 years or 3 years now. So now it's time.
Oh yeah, and Tim Geiser's been riding it, right?
Yeah. So now this 24 Honda machine,
didn't look that the new bike didn't look crazy different.
Yeah, but you never know. You never know what like the final product's going to be. But like if it is a lot different and they went in a different direction, like. Now they have to work through that. Like, they have to make up all new parts, a lot of new testing.
Yep.
Like,
okay, so Tomac and Webb. I seen a comment on Instagram. I was looking at it and on Supercross Live, on like the Supercross Instagram or whatever, the main one. And somebody said, why do these athletes always hide their injuries? Why not just be transparent?
I can tell you.
Okay, let's hear your piece because I got something to say about it too.
You want to hear my piece?
Yep.
They don't want to believe it themselves. Straight up. You think fucking Cooper Webb's going to be like, oh, yeah, I got, you could tell that he wanted to grind his teeth when he said, yeah, I have a torn UCL fucking ligament in my thumb. Like, he knew that shit was torn. He's just trying to keep it out of mind so it's not a sense of weakness.
Yeah, and I think that's
because you could tell in the heat race is a perfect example. Bro, you could tell when Cooper Webb passed Hunter Lawrence like that with aggression, Hunter Lawrence was like, oh, dude, that's Cooper Webb. And then it even took him like 3 or 4 laps of like Hunter Lawrence was like, oh, I'm catching Cooper Webb. And then he started attacking Cooper Webb. And like he didn't get him, but you could see how Hunter fed off of him catching him.
Yeah.
Like imagine you being Hunter behind Cooper Webb, knowing that he has a torn fucking ligament in his thumb. He's going to be all over his ass. And it's going to fuel the fire for your opponent.
And just to kind of pile on top of that, another reason that us racers don't like to divulge anything, we don't want to put that shit out in the universe. We don't want the fans being like, oh, you're strong, bro. You could do it. We don't want our family members. We don't want the team talking about it. We don't want nothing because we want to try to make the least amount of excuse for ourselves so our subconscious isn't giving us a fucking crutch to lean on to say, oh, I got defeated because of this.
Yes.
Until the shit's over and we know it's over, we ain't saying shit because we're in this fight to win it no matter how hurt we are, no matter what's going on.
No matter what level you're on.
Exactly. And that's why we don't say shit. We don't want you coming up to us telling us, oh, get better, bro. Oh, feel better. What's wrong with it? Oh, really? I tore my UCL too, bro. Freaking it was gnarly. I had surgery on it. Y'all, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear none of it. Like, I appreciate the sympathy, but I still got a job to do. That shit's not done.
Mm-hmm.
And Cooper Webb doesn't want none of that.
Yeah, you don't get no sick days in Supercross.
No, and the big thing, it's not even no sick days in Supercross. Jet Lawrence don't give a fuck.
No. Hell no.
Jet doesn't care, so I can't care. Or Webb can't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if your opponent doesn't give a shit that you have a broken femur or a broken fucking thumb or torn or cracked or whatever, then you got to play it off in your head and in real life to not give your mind that excuse and let yourself feel that pain.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why you don't talk about that shit. That's why we're not transparent with our injuries, is because we don't stop when we have them.
Yes.
I mean,
that dog?
No, Jet running away. Jet running away with it with his brother.
Yeah.
History, bro. That's pretty freaking cool, dude. Imagine me and you going 1-2 in the 450 class.
That'd be
Imagine
sick as
how
fuck.
stoked his dad is, the Lawrence's dad is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as much as I don't, it's not that I don't like Jet and Hunter. I do like them as people. Like, I like what he's bringing to the sport. But, dude, I got my homies. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to see Jet win. I want to see Chase and Kenny win.
Yeah, we're just fans of them.
That's what I mean. I'm fans of the boys. I want to see my boys fucking do good.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the guys that were at the practice track with me that I cheer for on the weekend do good. Like, yeah, Jet, he's badass. Okay?
Yeah. He's fucking ripping.
But, like I said, I got to give it to him. It's pretty freaking cool.
I know.
1-2
I have
history.
a little pet peeve, though, with this, like, the whole persona of Jet. Like, when do we just cop it up to this is Jet's style of riding, of like making it look easy? Like, obviously he is putting in the work to make it look easy, but he's also putting the effort into his riding. Like, just because he makes it look easy doesn't mean he's not trying.
It is easy.
You know, but I hate when Ricky's like, oh, it looks like he's not riding.
Oh, he's so above everybody. No, bro. Jet is on the edge.
Yes.
He just doesn't look like it because that's how he rides. Just like Kevin Windham, how Kevin Windham never looked like he was on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jet's style. If Jet looks like he's on the edge, look out because he's about to crash.
And more power to fucking Jet for looking like that. That shit does not come easy. That motherfucker has put in so many hours behind the handlebars and at the track and put so much work with his dad to get to that point. Yeah. But, like, just because it looks easy doesn't mean that he is on, like, he's not
on the edge.
Not on the edge.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Agreed. I 100% agree. All right. I guess the last thing, this is just a comment. How fucking funny was Jason Anderson's face in the press conference?
Oh, my God. There's a couple memes I
seen
today. I was just like... Hey, Team Fried. He lives up to the name, dog.
Bro, he was too high up in Denver, bro. Oh, shoot. That's funny. Okay. That dog. Arrow. Give me one. Give me a bark. Come on.
Arrow. Arrow. Arrow.
That dog of the weekend's easy, bro. It's Jet.
I know. He was ripping.
It's not, and you know what? It's like there was a lot of guys like Lux Turner had a good event. You know what I mean? Ferrandis is back and he's finally like getting back in the groove.
Yeah.
Colt Nichols is coming up. He's doing a good job starting to get the beta. But dude, I gave Jet that dog and I looked at a lot of guys for that dog because I didn't want to give it to Jet. But the reason that Jet gets that dog is because he's a rookie and he's getting it done, dude.
Yep.
There's just like Cooper Webb said on his podium speech or his 5th place speech, whatever you want to call it. He said, you know what, dude? Part of the deal is you got to be here the whole season and you got to be healthy. And somehow, Jet's had his ups and downs. He was 20 points ahead and then he lost it. And now he's 20 points ahead again. But guess what, dude? You got Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb, Ken Roxon, Chase Sexton, Jason Anderson. Who else am I forgetting?
Aaron Plessinger.
All the guys were here this season, and the Rookster is the one on top.
Yeah.
And he's done it because he is the one that is getting it done week in and week out, under pressure, under every situation. When he needed the start, he gets the start. Mm-hmm. When he doesn't need to tuck front, he doesn't tuck front.
Yep.
When he needs to stand on business, even though that's the cheesiest line the way he said it, he stood on business. He got it done. He's got the focus. He's got the championship by 20 points. Cooper Webb's freaking hurt going into the last round, and I don't see this championship. I told my wife Ash this. The only way Jet doesn't win this championship is if it's out of his hands. If a rider goes down on the backside of the jump and he lands on him.
And you know what's I think we also are forgetting too? It's not just even Jet. Let's just say worst case scenario, God forbid this will never happen, but let's just say something happens this week or something happens this weekend in main event. Jet doesn't make it to the main event. There's 21 points that
Cooper Webb still has to make.
Yeah,
he still has to get second.
He still has to get second or third at best.
No, I don't even think he can get third.
Yeah, because third is 21
because it's
points.
25, 22.
No, it's 26.
Oh, 26.
23, 22. Or 21. Yeah, it's 21.
Okay. So
he's got to get third
he has
or better.
To get third or better.
With Jet getting 0 points.
If, God forbid, Jet doesn't make the main event.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
And I don't know if Cooper Webb can do that right now.
Oh, he could do it. Cooper Webb will take 6 shots of fucking Toradol right in his thumb.
I know, but that means you got to beat Hunter Lawrence, that's ripping right now. Chase Sexton,
but you
straight
got
up doesn't give a fuck.
And
who?
Cooper,
Justin Cooper
on your squad.
Yeah, but you don't have Jason Anderson, Hunter Lawrence, or Chase Sexton. Definitely not on the Cooper Webb squad.
Facts. It'll be tough.
Yeah.
I think this one goes to Jet, but only time will tell. We've seen weirder shit happen. We've seen Eli Tomac, the ultimate man, undefeatable last year. Or undefeatable. He's unbeatable last year and pops his Achilles, doesn't even crash.
I know.
This is Supercross. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
But give him the trophy. Okay. Does the zebra keep his stripe or lose him?
This week, Chase is showing his stripes, and they're coming back.
Bro, don't do it to him.
Bro, I have to. Bro, we're starting to, I feel like these last couple weeks, we're like, oh, yeah, Chase is back. He's getting the speed. We're looking at the old Chase. He's using his legs. He looks like the old Chase. And, we got the 100% old Chase back. We got tuck front in the first corner.
Dude, I can't even
And then makes the pass on Cooper Webb and tucks front again. Bro, what?
Bro, I can't even imagine how pissed Sexton was. He's like, okay, I haven't tucked front all season. I finally found my speed back.
Yeah. Finally got some bike setup that I'm happy with.
And
we're tucking front.
Fuck. Dude.
It must be such a contradiction in his head of what the fuck do I even do?
Yeah, now.
Do I like my speed, but now I have to just not crash?
Well, now it's was the Honda the problem?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Dude, I think this is
that Honda's
this is
got
my
a
opinion on Chase.
Front end.
This is my opinion on Chase Sexton, okay? I think Chase relies on his front wheel traction to get him speed, meaning that he trusts the front end so much coming into ruts and out of ruts that's where he feels confident on where to get speed out of the track.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it's very unpredictable. And sometimes,
especially because Chase likes to run his bike nice and squishy. Like he has a squishier, softer setup than most.
And it's not very stiff. So it's, when you push that hard, it's gonna fucking push all the way down into the stroke, and it's gonna be unpredictable at sometimes. And I don't think, because Chase doesn't have a fast enough reaction time, or doesn't know when it's happening, or just gets a little too relaxed in some situations and just doesn't notice it.
I think it's the racer in all of us. I think the light switch flips and he just gets so much adrenaline and he's going so fast. He literally doesn't think that anything could go wrong. And he's just going and he's just like, bah, 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 bah. Yeah, I'm 0.4 of a second faster than Jet. Wham, front tuck.
Yeah.
So what's the yin to the yang?
Chase is keeping his stripes.
Okay. So we're positive on this show.
Are we?
Yep, we're positive on this show. So what does Chase have to do to earn some new stripes?
I mean, for him to earn some new stripes, it starts 1 weekend at a time right now. He's got to not crash and just start building cinder blocks.
I think what he's got to do is figure out how the fuck to get a whole shot. I think he's got to do the same shit Jet's doing and get a fucking grate in the goddamn parking lot and fucking start doing some
that's another
starts.
thing. That's another thing I want to talk about. I felt like we totally forgot. Bro, don't you think more people should be doing that?
Yes. Bro, I used to do like fake starts with the flick of my finger with my mechanic just to get my reaction time going.
The flick of your wrist in a little reaction game is not the same of bringing a fucking full-on grate that's exactly the same that you're going to start on and then line it up in the parking lot and do 3 or 4 starts off the grate on your motorcycle that you're racing.
Okay. Can I finish?
No.
Yes. I used to do this flicky start thing.
Okay, bro, they're going to get annoyed with the fucking the snapping.
Whatever. I used to do starts, reaction time. Jet has brought that to a completely new level and got his shit tuned the fuck in. Major advantage.
Yeah, because imagine if you wanted to make an ECU change for your start map and you could do it in the parking lot.
Dude, the checklist in your brain for a start and how perfect it has to be is fucking insane. And for Jet to have those recent reps is huge.
Yes.
Because you're getting your reaction time going right before the gate drops. You're probably getting your adrenaline going and getting your body ready because your body is recognizing that you're on the start. The revs are up. Your bike's in your hand. It's vibrating the same as the start. So your body's recognizing that. And then you're doing a physical start. And then you're not hearing anybody. So you can tune yourself even better and micro improve every start that you do in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Where when you're at the race, bro, you can hear your bike, but you kind of can't hear your bike. You can hear it a little bit, but most of the time it's kind of hard to know exactly what your bike did.
Oh, 100%.
So take some notes, boys.
I think you're going to start seeing more starting gates in the trucks, in the parking lot.
I think you're going to see some rules from the fucking AMA about how you can't do fucking starts in the parking lot.
Why can't you?
Because you're,
what?
I don't
what?
know.
What?
I have no idea.
What?
I'm sure
what?
AMA will come up with something.
Nothing.
Bro, you say that all you want, but they come up with rules for everything. I'm sure it's going to be too loud or you're going too fast in the fucking pit.
But then why do we have sound check?
What do you do if you're indoor at Seattle?
Bro, literally, yeah, you can't do it indoor in Seattle, but literally, he did it underneath his tent.
That's true. Maybe that's where they're getting past it. He did it under the tent.
Yeah. You only need 20 feet. You
It's
just
get off the grate.
Yeah, you just want the launch.
Fuck.
You don't need to practice your fucking second shift.
All right. Lit kit.
Who you got this week?
Anderson with the green and black gear.
Oh, they look good.
Levi Kitchen with the gray gear. I thought RJ Hampshire looked really good with the red top and the
I did like that.
mismatch bottom with the red number plate.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I thought that looked good from Fly. And then another dude that was sick was Stevenson, bro, in the LCQ.
Is that Stevenson's last name or first name?
Stevenson's his last name. 824 on the KTM. He had a full matching gear kit with graphics kit from Skills.
It looked good,
like
though.
It didn't really look that good,
but it was matchy.
Yeah, it was matchy as fuck, bro. Like my boy took lit kits to a whole new level, dog. Like we had the bike the same pattern as the gear, bro. Shit was sick. Shout out
Stevenson holding it down.
I got it. I'm giving it to Anderson.
I mean, Anderson did look good.
Alpenstar Gear gets it like fucking every week, but damn, it looked good.
I know. I think RJ's looked really good.
You going with RJ?
Just because they incorporated like the red on.
I know.
And then because it looked like the start shot was like the red number plate with the red gear, and it looked good.
Yeah, that shit was sick.
What I don't like is the yellow 24 numbers that he
on the
has.
back.
Yeah, like what are we doing?
I don't know.
We can't just do like white
maybe that's a
or red.
Rockstar thing.
Oh, maybe.
You know, Rockstar Energy.
Yes, they're yellow.
Levi Kitchen looks solid with the gray and neon green Fox kit. That was dope.
Yeah,
I thought that was sick. All right, Fantasy Supercross. How'd you do?
Fucking smoked your ass, dog.
Dude, I know, dude. I haven't been doing good these last couple
You're
weeks.
so lucky I fucking didn't have a mulligan and I freaking missed my whole picks one weekend.
212. And I've been
249.
Dude, I got a 212.
Did you even try?
Dude, I did, but I keep picking the FFLs and I keep fucking it up.
Well, yeah, that is your problem.
But dude, it's been working out for me the entire season and now it's not.
Now you're sucking.
Dude, the FFLs are dinging me. I got dinged, what, 14 points? So what would my score have been?
Not 249.
No, it still wouldn't have been 249, but it would have been
26.
Yeah, 226. That's not a bad. That's average.
You're below average now.
Yeah, but because I picked the FFLs. 250 team, Levi Kitchen 25 points maxed out. Cole Thompson 40 points. Max Miller dead last, bro. Fuck. 10 points. Lux Turner 50 points. So I still had a pretty good 250 team.
Yeah, you had a really good 50.
I just messed up with Max Miller getting 10 points.
I know. I should have fucking put Cole Thompson, and then I would have had a perfect team. Damn. But I had Levi Kitchen 25 points as my all-star, Ryder D as 28 points, and then Talon Hawkins 40 points, and then Lux Turner 50 points.
Let's go.
So, come up. I was one rider away from a perfect team.
So 450, I went Shane McElrath got me 10.
Dude, why did you pick Shane on the fucking hard pack track?
I don't know. I should have known with the Suzuki hard stiff frame that it wasn't going to work.
I knew. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not picking any Suzuki guy. I'm not picking Chiz or Shane.
Jet 25, Malcolm 32, and Mitchell Oldenburg 34.
Nice.
It's like, dude, I had a good team. It was just one guy on each, Suzukis. Both Suzukis on the hard pack track.
Yep.
Wow. How did I not think of that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ding.
Yeah, you're retarded.
That stiff frame does not work on hard packed.
Does not flex and get traction. I got Chase, what kind of dinged me on my all-star. He only got 16 points. And then Dino got 30 points. And then Malcolm Stewart got 32. And then Jeremy Hand got me 28 points. So,
dude, you went with Jeremy Hand?
Uh-huh.
You got so lucky you made the main.
Dude, he had it. I was like, bro, Jeremy Hand, he had got some extra laps for the privateer freaking race.
Yeah.
And
he was
true.
Feeling
comfortable.
Okay. I see the strategy.
You
Good shit. Good fucking shit, baby. Let's fucking go.
How about Josh Hill winning the privateer race, just getting fucking 25 G's from Steve Mathis?
Cha-ching. On a Yamaha, too. On a Yami. Gotta love it.
I bet you, do you think Steve was just cringing, just giving Josh Hill that check?
Probably. I mean, he's probably the last privateer that needed that much money, but
Hey.
It is what it is.
Yep, you
Josh
win.
Hill won.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Congrats, Josh Hill. LCQ
yeah.
Challenge.
Fucking A. Let's go, baby.
Cool. Well, that's episode number 7. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment.
And check us out on Instagram.
Right?
Yep.
Cool. See you guys next time.
Like,
peace.